my name is Miles.
I'm Sinclair, and this is Kona.
And this is our bus, Irie Vybus. It's a 2002 7.3 Power Stroke E450 on an Eldorado National shuttle bus body.
So we're going to show you some of our exterior features, starting with our front door. This definitely gets the most attention. Everywhere we go, everyone asks us about our front door. We took out the electric bifolds that were originally here and just framed it out. It operates just like a normal front door would, and we've got the added security of the deadbolt, which is what we really wanted. We just did some cedar shingles for the look and framed it out with some other wood around the edges. That's our door. Next, we've got our outdoor table, which comes in handy when we're hanging out outside. We just took 1x3s, bolted them all the way through the fiberglass. And that's how it operates. It's pretty easy to put up and down.
Alright, so for the paint, we started with the fiberglass, which is a little different than the metal, as you know. So we sanded the entire body down, and then we did a primer, just a traditional gray primer. And then we did one coat of one paint, and it didn't end up working great, so we actually got professional advice from Bus Life Studios, thank you, and we bought PPG Breakthrough, and then that's what we did the second time, and we love it. Alright, so for the back deck here, it's a 4-foot back deck, which is huge. How we attached it is we had the two beams going down the center, and we took off that back big steel bumper, and I ran two 2x6s together and both through that beam and bolted them through. So the cantilever is about 3.5 to the 4 feet, which is good. We will be getting metal supports in the future, but for now, it holds everything we need. So the AC on the deck, that's the condenser, which is the outdoor unit. We have a mini split, so the indoor unit is inside. We actually got it as a gift from my dad. We weren't originally gonna have an AC, but since we got it for free, we're like, hell, we'll put it in. So our AC can run off of our solar. We get about 3 hours off of it. We do have a generator that we use most often just so we don't kill our entire battery bank, but in an extreme situation, we can run it off of our battery. We do have a 2200 watt generator inside, and that's way more than enough, and all we use it for is the AC.
So on this side of the bus, we've got our hookups. We don't use them often because we've got the solar, but when we want to hook up to power, to shore power, we've got 30 amp here. And then over here, we've got our water. We just fill it up. We've got a 55-gallon water tank inside, and then we've got a 40-gallon gray tank.
So on the roof here, we have two 350-watt panels and an 8x7.5 foot roof deck on the back for chilling. And then right here above the solar panel, we have a flue pipe for our water heater.
I think that about sums up the exterior. Now let's get inside and show you what we've done. So this is our entry. We worked really hard on it. We kind of got this idea, but we couldn't find tiled pebbles that we really loved. So we went around and pretty much bought out all of Hobby Lobby's pebbles and DIY'd our own thing with cement mix. We just added this staircase and end cap pretty much to make it look kind of clean and put together. And the core matting, which was really cute when we first put it in, but it hasn't really held up like we'd hoped, so that'll probably eventually get swapped out for something else. And then we took extra bamboo that we had, and we pretty much just cut them into multiple small pieces and tacked them in on each side.
Alright, so we also get a lot of comments about our front seat. It was just an original shuttle bus driver seat, just like in the schoolies. It was really damaged, the seatbelt was damaged, and it was just super messed up. So we always had the plan to try to get something to where we could sit together while we're driving, and this was what we came up with. So it's out of a 2005 Ford Sprinter. It was just one of their extra seats. We got the tracks off of eBay because he didn't have them, and then we just clicked it in, mounted it to the floor, and now we have a double seat up front. Alright, and so the cabinetry up here, this was quite the feat. We ripped out pretty much every interior panel of this bus, and we were left with this really awkward shaped thing. So I brought it straight from the door right over, and then right from this wall once this was already finished, and I just made it squared out, and then we just have a bunch of extra storage up here for anything you can fit in there. So this is one of our extra storage cabinets, and it actually holds in the back corner over here our instant water heater, which runs off propane, and then it's flued out through the roof.
Nice.
And then we have these other storage cabinets, and this is just miscellaneous things, a bunch of camping and towels and coolers and whatever we need. Since we took off every panel of the bus, this was one of them, and we just used some craft glue and got some big old sheets of moss, and we just attached it, and then a couple of screws here and there inconspicuously to keep it up.
Another place we get lots of questions about is our bathroom. We opted for a shower curtain. It was just easier at the time, and we can swap it out at any time, which we really like. And inside we just got our bathroom goodies and our portable toilet. We finished the walls here with tile and grout, and then we also used cedar planking and just polyurethaned it to water seal it up. Next, we've got our kitchen. We've got butcher block countertops. This was gifted to us, and we were able to sand it down and bring it back to life. We just used food grade oil, and we do it pretty frequently. Then we've got a pretty large sink. I wasn't negotiating on the size of the sink because I just know how quickly plates pile up, so it works great. Then we've got an open shelf up top. We put some things, just overflow storage in baskets that actually do a pretty good job of staying there while we're driving, so that's worked out pretty well. Here we've got silverware / junk drawer, just like every kitchen. Under here we've got cleaning supplies and our 55-gallon fresh water tank. And this is just more storage for cleaning supplies and such. Over here we did chalkboard paint. So we like to keep our to-do lists and this one message that has been on there since we took off. We probably won't ever erase it, but that's this portion of our kitchen.
All right, so this is our cooking area. We got a little bit of extra butcher block here for cutting up and whatever we need to put there. We have a 3-burner, 21-inch Greystone oven stove combo that runs on propane. It's great. We can cook pizzas in here or whatever, whenever we want. Under that is our pots and pans storage. And then we have all of our tools and ladles and pot holders, bamboo skewers, a little bit of catch-all too. And then over here we have more storage for pots and pans and rice cooker, olive oil, whatever.
This is our dorm fridge. It's got lots of space. It runs on 110, and then we've just got a little bit of a pantry area up here for dried goods.
Alright, so for our ceiling, we wanted a cool little beachy cottage look. So we chose a couple of stains we liked, and then we got our wood. This is a 2, I believe, 10-foot pieces of walnut that we sanded down, stained them as light as we could to maintain the grain. And then the panels, we routed for an easy option. So they're just regular 4x8, 3/8-inch birch plywood. And then I put lines on them with the chalk line and sawed them just 1/8 deep with a skill saw. And so we got our little grooves here, and we get the look of shiplap, way lighter, and we love it.
So you're probably wondering, we put a bunch of trim up here just to make it look clean cut. And then we've also got these knobs, which are actually just how we put our curtains up. All right, so this is our couch area. We actually used an old mattress and I cut it down to size. And then we purchased from Amazon just an exterior fabric. So, because we have Kona, she gets it dirty real fast. So it's easily just unzippable, toss it in the wash. And then under here, we knew we wanted some sort of an accent piece. So I kind of just took a bunch of scrap wood that we had and started cutting different angles and managed to come up with this. Yeah, it was a really fun little project though that I was able to do.
Alright, so under our couch, it holds all of our electrical system and a little bit of extra storage. So let's check it out. Alright, so here's all of our electrical system. We have a 12-volt, 400 amp hour battery, 3,000 watt inverter. We have our AC panel over here. That's our solar charge controller, our DC fuse, and then we got a solar fuse, battery cutoff, battery monitor. That's all.
So here we've got a closet. It was really important to me to be able to hang things up and have a space for like winter gear. So we made this closet that we just framed out, And then we also extended it back over here. So all of our winter clothes are back here hanging that are just harder to access. You like have to actually, they're like back there.
Oh.
But then up here is our daily wear stuff and just nicer items that we wanted to bring along. We just framed it out against this feature wall that we had made.
So we kept this wall pretty thin by just doing a 1/2 inch piece of plywood and then 3/4 inch pallet wood. And by the time it was constructed, it's pretty sturdy.
So one of the features that really drew us to this bus was these handicapped doors. We wanted to be able to pull up to a really pretty site and just pop them open, and that is exactly what we were able to accomplish. We've got a really nice mosquito net there just to keep the bugs out, and then we've also got our roll down DIY projector screen. Again, we just used extra bamboo and a white sheet and tied off the bottom. Then we've got our overhead cabinets, our mini split and door system, more overhead storage for clothing and such, and then our projector, of course. We just mounted this using a $25 mount kit that we purchased off of Amazon. This is a queen-sized mattress, and then also underneath we've got a lot of storage. These drawers are massive. They pull all the way out. It's a ridiculous amount of storage, actually.
Why bus life? Well, we took a trip. We had a Toyota 4Runner, and we took a trip to North Carolina, and it was like a week and a half, and we really had a great time. We went up, did a bunch of trails, stayed at some little places, and it was super fun to us. So we got back and we're like, man, this sounds cool, like we should do this. And then we started going on Instagram. We saw all the builds and everybody what they were doing. We originally wanted a van, and then we realized with our dog and just what we thought we were going to be needing to be comfortable, we decided the shuttle bus was the way to go, especially for the interior height because I'm 6'2", and then it's kind of similar to a schoolie but not quite, but gave us that space we wanted. For the cost of the bus, we purchased the bus. We got a really good deal for $3,800 down in Northport, Florida. The electronic system is roughly just under $4,000, and then the rest of it were just under $17,000 total.
So it took us about 10 months working about 3 days a week, full days a week. We both had full-time jobs when we started this journey, so it was a little hard to find time. But yeah, it was 10 months.
Hi, I'm Miles.
And I'm Sinclair. Thank you for watching our tour, and be sure to give us a follow on Instagram at Irie Vybus.